Hello everyone, welcome to episode 12 of Anime Reviews. First up, this channel has been up for about a month now, and I just want to thank everyone that has subscribed and commented on my other videos so far. It really means a lot to me and kind of motivates me to keep making more videos. So anyway, some of you may recall back in episode 7 of B Got a HK that I promised I would take the time to release more Ecchi anime, so here we are with what many deem as the king of Ecchi, namely X Sis. But before we hop into that, here's the format, just in case there are any newbies here. We've got the storyline, the animation, sound, characters, and overall enjoyment. Alright, so X Sis, where do we start? Let's just say that it's very explicit, and I would say that it's borderline hentai. We don't see any boobs, but we do see the odd camel toe. Anyway, so X Sis is about a young guy named Keita, who has step twin sisters who are both madly in love with him and spend most of their time being perverted and fighting over him. This scene pretty much sums it all up.
なんだよこれ混みすぎだろいくらなんでも
うざいでもお祭りはゴールだけね行こう息抜き息抜き静かな方がいいよ息抜きに行こう行くぞ
行くってのだから話せよ
As for Keita himself, he's usually pretty indecisive with what he wants, or rather which sister he wants, which didn't help a whole lot. Now, you may be thinking, where on earth are the parents in all of this? Well, this is what they think of the whole situation.
前にも言ったが、俺と母さんはお互い連れ子持ちの再婚同士。ケイタは俺の連れ子で、アコとリコは母さんの連れ子だ。つまり、お前たちには血縁関係がないんだから、人目なんぞ気にせずガンガン生きなさい。ガンガン。
ガンガン。本当に？
いや、でも。
いいかケイタ。アコもリコもお姉ちゃんである前に一人の立派な女の子なんだぞ。お前はそんな女の子の気持ちを無にするつもりか。父さんはお前をそんな子に育てた覚えはない。
ケイタは将来アコと結婚するの？あらあら、それともリコかしら？
いや、俺は別に。
とか言いつつ、本当はキスしてほしくてうずうずしてるんじゃないか？
してないって。
照れるな。本当にケイちゃんはいつまで経っても甘えん坊さんなんだから。
Really? Come on, sure they aren't blood related, but which parent is actually going to encourage their kids to marry each other? Sure, you might be thinking, well, there wouldn't be much of a story if the parents actually discouraged an inter-family relationship, but I reckon they still could have pulled it off, only the girls would have to be a bit more sneakier. Okay, so aside from the little game of human tug-of-war that the sisters are always having, the main plot revolves around helping Keita pass his school exams, so that he can ultimately be in the same school as them. Right, so as if seeing a partner at home in the morning and evening after school isn't more than enough. I'm sure you can see what I'm implying here. The storyline was weaker than my grandma. We get a 1 out of 10 for our storyline. Alright, so compared to the storyline, the art and animation is a significant improvement. The characters looked great, the backgrounds are beautiful and very detailed, and overall the show was really easy in the eyes and a pleasure to watch. If there was one complaint I had, it's that you can really tell that a lot more time and effort was put into the design of the female characters. They just seemed more colourful and full of life, whilst the male characters seemed a bit blocky and inanimate at times. Here, take a look at yourself.
Oh.
水着は機能性が一番だ。
アコネーもリコネーもすごい匂ってるよ。
もう先輩こっちも見てくださいよ。じゃーどうですかこれ。
However, there was one female character I really didn't like the design of. Miharu Mikuni. Disgusting. Yuck. Alright, so that brings us to the score. We get a 7.5 out of 10 for our art and animation. Next up we have the sound section. As usual, we'll split it up into 3 sections: the music, the voice actors, and openings and ending. As for the music, amongst all the cheesy porno-like songs, there was only one real standout that was usually played during the occasional emotional scene. You've already heard it in the introduction to this video, but seeing a scene that it's attached to may enhance the feeling a bit.
やば、不活なことを。二人とも起きてるんだろう。また俺をからかおうと。あれ、本当に寝てたんだ。なんだかな。いろいろ問題もあるけど、俺は宇宙一幸せな弟だよ。おやすみ、あこね、リコね。
あこ。どうして途中で目を開けなかったの？すっごいチャンスだったのに。ちょっとやだ、泣かないでよリコ。私だって我慢してるんだからやめてよ、リコの中。
Okay, so let's talk about the voice actors now. Surprisingly, I had no real issues with any of the VAs. In fact, one thing I liked was that Riko's VA sounded a bit tougher than the more timid Ako, even though they are twin sisters. Finally, we have the openings and endings. Oh god, let's just say watching the opening or ending is equivalent to getting kicked in the balls. I'm sorry, but I have to put you through the same pain I went through. Okay, if anyone can tell me what a steady boy actually is, please let me know in the comments below. So that brings us to the scoring. We get a 4 out of 10 for our sound section. Alrighty, so let's take a good look at the characters now. So we've got the male protagonist, Keita, who is 15 years old and in the progress of taking his entrance exams to enter the same high school as his sisters. Now, the biggest flaw about Keita is that he's so damn indecisive that it kind of annoyed me. Like, maybe I can kind of understand why he is, since he is young and having conflicting emotions about whether it's morally right to hook up with his twin sisters stepsisters, and the parents are largely to blame for that. But I couldn't help but get sick of his inconsistency. For example, one minute he'll be barring both sisters, then hooking up with Ako the next, then Riko the following day, and this pattern continues through the majority of the show. What he really should have done is made a decision. Go like, hey, I don't want to do incest, or choose just one of his sisters, or if he couldn't decide, then just have a chat with them and ask if they are okay with him having both. And with the close relationship that the two girls have, I don't think that they would have said no to that. And wham, you scored yourself 2 cute wives and your very own harem. The next character we'll take a look at is Ako, who is the sister with her hair to the side. She is 16 years old and excels in cooking and other household chores, as well as having higher grades in school. Ako is portrayed as the shy but cute one out of the two sisters.
似合うぞ、あこにゃん。あこにゃん？
かわいい。
やだ、ケイちゃんまで。郷に入りては郷に従え。木を隠すなら森の中と言うだろう。ご主人様、よろしくお願いします。って ってなんで私だけ。いいからにゃーっと言ってみろ。にゃーっと。あのね。
ワクワク。
にゃ
I guess the best way to look at Akko is she's more wife material because she knows how to take care of herself and her brother. Okay, so if Akko is like the wife, Riko can somewhat be compared to as the mistress, as she is more cunning and open about her personal life and sexuality. I shouldn't have to tell you what's going on under the table here.
さっきから。何やってんのあんたたち。
Both of the twins were pretty much the same way the whole way through, and unlike their lousy brother, they actually knew what they wanted and stuck with it. Although I personally had more of a liking towards Akko, they both had their cute moments and were overall decent characters. The final character I wanted to talk about was Miharu Mikuni, the girl with the freaking terrible art design. Almost every time Miharu came on screen, we would expect some kind of ongoing joke about her urinating in inappropriate places. And to be honest, I didn't find it funny the first time, let alone all the consequential times. So that's the end of our character review. We get a 5 out of 10 for our score. And that brings us to the final section, our overall enjoyment. Okay, so despite all the low scores, I actually didn't mind X Sis, and I think that I made it out to be a bit worse than it really is. The show certainly had its crazy tense moments that I couldn't show you here in this review because I don't want this video to get flagged, but was, awfully slow at other times. The bottom line is, if you are after a good Ecchi drama, look no further, because this is as Ecchi as you get. Otherwise, if you're not an Ecchi freak like me, then I wouldn't bother because there are much better shows out there. Anyway, let's bring up the final scores so we can get our overall score. Our storyline got a 1 out of 10, animation got a 7.5 out of 10, sound got a 4 out of 10, and characters got a 5 out of 10. So that gives us an average and overall enjoyment score of 4.5 out of 10. Oh, and for those that are interested, X Sis has a few OVAs or special episodes that are a hell of a lot crazier than the TV version. One of which Akko and Riko practice for a threesome using peculiar objects around the room. I'll leave it at that. Next episode we'll be taking a look at the infamous school days, so stay tuned for that. So thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.